Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name is Lucia and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Welcome everybody to episode 82. Today is Sunday, July 19th, and it's going to be a short one because I don't have a whole lot of time, but here I am with my knitting. I'm going to talk to you about it, so hope you enjoy it. Let's see, below the conch, we still have the sock knit along going on, so post your finished socks in the thread on Ravelry, which is in the Knitted Paradise podcast group. And if you knit the, or my white sandy beach sock pattern, then you get 2 entries. So post 2 pictures in 2 different posts, if that makes any sense. All right, let's jump right into On the Island. I have not very much. I have my the Zigzagular socks, and those are by Susie White, and I'm knitting them out of GnomeAcres in on her house gnome base in Dean Winchester is the yarn colorway, and I'm loving them. No, it's not house gnome, sorry, it's Bungalow gnome. It's the BFL nylon, and I'm loving how it's knitting up. So there's the cable pattern there up the side, and I'm almost done. I think I'm going to finish this like cable swerve thing and then knit some ribbing, and then those will be done and off to the recipient hopefully this week. It's my plan. We'll see. And I love how this yarn knits up. All of Amanda's yarn is like this. I'm not a fan of pooling. I know some people like pooling. Not a huge fan of it, and her yarn does not pool. Like, even when you change stitch count for like the heel gusset, still like minimal pooling even on the bottom of the heel and the heel turn, which is just incredible. I love it, and I love how the variegation knits up. So if you are not a fan of pooling, try out GnomeAcres variegated yarn. They are fantastic, and her colorways are amazing. So that is how those are coming along. And those have kind of been my take-along knitting, so they've been getting the most attention, I think, out of everything. The other thing is that I have my summer sweater, which is based on High Tide by Sara Gresbach, and I'm doing it out of Rowan Creative Linen in Foggy. Oh, it's a little crinkly. And here it is. It's grown quite a bit since you saw it last. And this has been another take-along project. But I paused because I did some decreases for the waist shaping, as you can see here on the side. And then I've just started the increases, and I missed one, like 6 rows back. And I don't know if I want to rip it out and redo the increase or try to pick it up, but I feel like trying to pick it up is just gonna like squeeze in all the other stitches. So that's why I've kind of put it on pause, but I have been taking it with me also because it's just easy stockinette. So that's growing and I'm enjoying it so far. The other thing I have to say about the yarn is there are it's a linen cotton blend. I would call it veggie matter, but it's not wool. So it's like, it's veggie matter, but from the cotton, I guess, or maybe the linen, I don't know. But some pits are kind of scratchy, so I've been picking them out, which is making the knitting a lot slower. But other than that, I love the yarn. I love the drape of it. I love the feel of it. I wish I didn't have to pick out so many things. I'd like to just knit. And for a while I was picking out practically everything, and then I was like, you know what, just knit, and if it feels scratchy, pick it out. And there have been a lot fewer of those, so it's made it go much quicker. But anyway, that's how it goes. And that oh look, there are my other sunglasses. I do this all the time. I put random things in my knitting bags, and then I forget them. And then when I go through my knitting bags, I find them, and I've been looking for these. Like, I have 4 or 5 pairs of sunglasses that I keep in various places, but those are one of my favorites. So I was like, where did they go? There, I found them. in my Totoro bag. So that's where the sweater's been living. And I had it in another bag, but I really wanted to use this bag, so I put it in here with just the skein I'm working on, and then the other skeins are in another bag. So, ta-da! That is, oh, I added something. I cast something on this morning at choir. So let's do from the mainland. So I ordered some more GnomeAcres because I love GnomeAcres. I had talked to her a little while ago, and she just opened some custom orders for a while, and so I was gonna get her Batman colorway to knit Batman socks for my Batgirl costume. And she was like, well, I kind of had an idea for Batgirl yarn. Do you want to just wait for that? I'm like, yes. That sounds incredible. So she dyed this up. If you follow her on Instagram, you will have seen this. But this is Batgirl. Ta-da! And it's amazing. I love it. The colors are fantastic. And I love how it's knitting up. So I cast on the toes of my socks today. You can see them there. And obviously I'm in the middle of a round here. But that's what it looks like so far. I know, real interesting. And I'm not using a pattern at the moment. My plan is to hopefully do a bat symbol with purl stitches on the top of the foot, and I think I'm going to do them this way. I just kind of stack them up. We're going to see how this is going to work. Not quite sure, but we're going to try it and see what happens. So I think there's a washcloth that has the bat symbol on it that I'm going to use as a guideline and then kind of make stuff up as I go. So we'll see how that goes. And that right now is in my Kitchen Counter Crafter Star Trek bag, since we mix fandoms here. Anyway, it was the one that was available, so that's what it went in. I had to steal some sock needles from another project. The problem I've been having, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, let me pull out the needles to show you, is that on one end, the cord is like separating from the needle. And it's on the one that I pull out and then knit with. So it's the one that I'm always knitting onto, whereas the other one's kind of the one I knit off of. And I've had it happen with 2 sets of needles recently. One was a Knitter's Pride and one was a Chowgu, like this one. And I don't know what's going on. I super glued the Knitter's Pride one last night, and it seems to be doing much better. I don't know what's happening. It's not like I yank it out, but it does snag the yarn, so I didn't want to use it on this one. So I put it in another sock that's been hibernating for way too long and stole these needles out. Because I was like, I know I have more sock needles. Where are they? And then I realized I have socks that are hibernating, and that's where all my sock needles are. So such is life. So these are Batgirl, and I hopefully will be making some progress on those soon, because Gen Con is coming up way faster than I wanted to. And I mean, I really want it to come, but I have a lot of things that need to get done before it. So, okay. The set sail, I finished the Waldo and Wenda hats. Ta-da! Complete with pom-poms. So I finished the Wenda hat. I don't know which one's which. I think this is the Wenda hat and this is the Waldo hat. They're pretty similar. Yeah, this is the Waldo hat. It's got a little fuller pom-pom. I made this one first, and then I was like, no, I need a little bit more. And so I went, I wrapped it quite a few more times for this one. So it is a very full pom-pom, and I love it. Otherwise known as a bauble. Apparently in the Waldo books, it's called a bauble. So pom-pom, bauble, same thing. Ta-da! So I'm very excited that these are done, and that means the Waldo and Wenda costumes are done. One less costume I have to worry about. So the only one I have left is the Batgirl, which is the biggest one. So, and I think that's it for yarny stuff. This is really short. Sorry, guys. I really have nothing to talk about because I knit on the same 2 things for the week. Well, same 3 because I finished the pom-pom and finished knitting one of these. So that's that. The only other exciting thing that's happening is that I'm going to a Taylor Swift concert this afternoon, or this evening, which was kind of unexpected and really amazing. I've been a Taylor Swift fan for quite a while now. I can't even remember when I started being a Taylor Swift fan. Anyway, and she's coming to Chicago this weekend, or she's here because she performed last night. And she's performing again tonight. And I didn't think I was going to get to go because resale tickets are really expensive and it just wasn't going to happen. But I was talking with my brother, who's also a Taylor Swift fan, and we were originally thinking about him flying over here and we go together. And then that didn't work out because of his work timing. And then I thought, you know what, I really don't want to go by myself. And then my husband said, well, maybe I'll go. And then that didn't work out. And this past week, I was chatting with my brother again, and I found this resale ticket for the floor kind of near the stage that was not terribly expensive. I mean, it's expensive for a ticket, but it wasn't like $1,000, which some of the tickets can be, which I think is a little absurd. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, so that happened this week, which is crazy and awesome. So I'm actually going to wear the Wenda costume because I think it's going to be really fun. I had all these crazy costume ideas that had to do with Taylor Swift lyrics, and then I was like, I'm not going to have time to do those at all. And then I thought, you know, why don't I was my husband who thought, why don't you just go as Wenda? I was like, that's actually really smart. It's really noticeable in a crowd. People will recognize it. It'll be hilarious. And it is the best costume to photobomb anything. Really? Like, yes, that sounds great. I can photobomb all sorts of crazy things. I'm going to be in the background of a lot of pictures. We'll see if that actually happens. But I just thought it'd be really funny because people will be, you know, taking selfies or whatever, and all of a sudden they'll see Waldo. I don't know if everyone knows who Wenda is, but they'll be like, I found the Waldo. So that's kind of funny. So I'm pretty excited. It's going to be pretty warm though, so that hat and the socks are going to be a little toasty, but it'll be okay. I think once the sun goes down, it'll cool off a bit. Yeah. So that's really it. I had choir this morning, and then I came home to eat lunch, gather up all my things, and I'm about to hop on the train to go downtown to go hang out with a bunch of Swifties, which I'm really excited about. I really thought I should have gotten earplugs because I'm going to be in a sea of screaming teenage girls, but I'll survive. We'll see. I'll let you know next time how it went. If I come back deaf, you'll know what happened. It's okay. It'll be fun. And last night, actually, she's been bringing on special guests, if you following Taylor Swift at all. Anyway, sometimes she brings special guests on to sing, you know, one of their hits. And last night she brought on Andy Grammer, who is, I'm a huge fan of Andy Grammer. I do happen to know him. I know his family really well. I'm really tight with his dad and his late mom. And so that was really awesome. I'm kind of sad he won't be there tonight. I asked him, but I thought that would have been really awesome. I feel like a lot closer to Taylor Swift because I know someone who knows her. I thought that was really cool. But he came on and sang his newish hit single, Honey, I'm Good, which is one of my favorite songs. So, go Andy. If you haven't checked out Andy Grammer, you totally should. He's awesome, and his music is awesome. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a friend of family, or a friend of his. I'm saying that because I genuinely think his music is really great. All right, well, I could sit here and blabber forever and make this episode a lot longer, but here it is. I'm sorry it's so short, but that's what I've been doing this week, and that's what I'm doing, and that's really it. Yep, it's been great. So have a good week, everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye.